Hey, good morning. It's Dr. James. I hope this message finds you happy, thriving, and well. Thank you for your time and thank you for your energy. And yes, I'm getting ready to go out the door here, but I didn't want to miss you. That's why I'm all dressed up this morning. Usually I'm rocking the hoodie, but today I'm rocking the business look. I've got the business look today. And let me tell you, I mean business. Oh my gosh, this thing that I'm going to share with you, this amazing study, this unbelievably validating research about everything that you and I talk about every single morning here in the Epic Living Laboratory, aka my treehouse. This is going to rock you awake. You're going to feel so good about this study. So, this is a study that came out of Harvard. And this Harvard study actually began over 75 years ago, actually back in the 1930s, where they took over 750 Harvard graduates. 750 Harvard graduates. And these people were basically asked, okay, we want to follow you the rest of your life. We're going to follow you every single year, the rest of your life. We're going to check in with you every single month. We're going to ask you questions. We're going to send you questionnaires. We're going to interview you. And we're going to dedicate ourselves to understanding more about what it is that makes for a great life. What makes for the most exponential happiness, purpose, joy, fulfillment, longevity. And this is such an incredible study because listen, out of all those 750, some were wildly successful. Some were rich. Others were poor. Others went through some significant challenges, some major failures. This basically covered the entire gamut when it comes to what people go through after college. In fact, one of the people in this study was John F. Kennedy. So gives you an idea. This goes way back. And so what they found out at the culmination of 75 years later, or 75 years out from this study, they wanted to see what was really happening and what really connected to the greatest sense of one thing: happiness. And what was the number one determinant? Was it the money they made? Was the fame? Someone like JFK, someone like so-and-so who had a great big idea but never materialized, went through health challenges, went broke, all this stuff, okay? Everything was tested. Everything was examined. And here's what they found out. The number one determinant as to whether or not someone felt their life was about happiness and joy and purpose, like their life worked for them. It was one thing, and that one thing was connection to other human beings. They talked about how it is that the connection to people they loved felt like they were in a space where they were fully connected to the people they loved. They took the time to make the connection. It was also very important for them to have the people they loved feel like they were loved by them. There was an exchange of true vulnerability and openness and the common humanity that galvanizes family and friends and extended family. And what I love about this study is that it sort of underscores everything that we've talked about over the last few years. It all comes down to this. Now, I know that we have a screen here between you and I, and you could be in India, you could be in Washington, you could be in Vermont, you could be anywhere in the entire world, and we've got this screen. But sometimes this screen is the only way that we can feel like we can do this kind of work, which is validate each other, connect with one another, talk about research, talk about spirituality, talk about love. But the real work goes when I hit stop and we're done. The screen goes dark, and then you go out in the world and you put this experiment into action. You literally open up your own love lab. You see what the Harvard researchers see, and that is that love does win. Connection is the ultimate source of happiness. Connection is the ultimate source of longevity and joy and meaning and purpose in one's life. I love that, and I love that we have this, but I also love that we get a chance to now go out there and show this, live this, be this. Be connected. Be the change you wish to see in the world. Celebrate what it means to be wildly awake and committed to your craft of connection and creating connection. I know it's not easy, but it's actually quite simple. Drop the screen, look into someone else's eyes, notice them. As they say in many southern cultures in Africa, all over southern part of the continent, they don't say hello. They open up with, "I see you." And the other person says, "I am so grateful to be seen." I see you. Much love and every blessing. Have a beautiful day. Bye for now.